I have an observation, if we'd like that as a cold open.
Of course,
very
always.
interesting, but I'm just a thinker. They call me the thinker. You know the song Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter?
Oh, the TikTok song. That's how I know
The TikTok,
it.
yeah.
TikTok
Working
song.
Late, because she's a singer. Do you know this one, Rebecca? No?
Of course I don't. It's a TikTok song. But for the purposes of the bit, let's say I do.
You know, I'm working late because I'm a singer. You don't know that one?
I don't, but it's
No?
great.
Okay. So there's a line in it where she goes, I believe it's about her vagina. I wish her all the best. But one of the lines is, move it up, down, left, right, or switch it up like Nintendo. Is that the first time there's been a reference to the Nintendo Switch in a mainstream song? And is it about straight up joking it? Because it's really funny to me if it is.
It's just, yeah.
Not like a broken Rachel. Are
Yeah.
you okay?
Is it the Switch? Confirmed. Could it
Switch
Switch
be
it up like
like-
Nintendo.
Switch it up like Nintendo.
That can't be an accident.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
No.
it's just, it's so fascinating to me to go for Nintendo as like the draw, that like the cultural reference draw. Like there's got to be something, there's got to be a pun on Xbox, there's got to be a pun on PlayStation, those are doable, but to go like, no, we want the family brand Nintendo. Like, I want people thinking about Mario when they think about it.
Well,
I mean, there must be other video game references. She can't be the first.
well, no, I mean, there's definitely other video game references. I just don't know if there's been any directly to the Nintendo Switch. Like, was it Biggie Smalls referenced the Super Nintendo? GameCube is a bit of a question mark.
What about the Wii U? Surely.
The Wii, yeah, why not?
Iconic,
Switch,
right? Iconic Wii U.
Yes, Sabrina. Where's the Wii U reference?
On r/Nintendo, there's a post from 8 years ago, so it'll be a bit out of date.
Right. Wii U
just
era,
called
though.
Songs that reference Nintendo. Hey, I'm looking for any songs that reference anything to do with Nintendo. Here's 2 I can think of off the top of my head. Eminem's So Far and American Hi-Fi Flavor of the Week. Eminem feat Rihanna, The Way You Lie, Life is No Nintendo Game. There's actually quite a lot.
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar, The Art of Peer Pressure.
Kendrick mentions PlayStation and
Nintendo's going to sue them all.
Yeah.
Oh, Nothing on You from Bob or B.O.B. I don't know. Musicians feat Bruno Mars. He mentions the Nintendo 64 in the song, apparently. So, like, we've got, actually.
We've got Super Nintendo. We've got N64. We've got Switch.
Doesn't, what's that song? Oh, that's an Atari. The guy who sang that song that's like, fuck you. I guess
CeeLo Green.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry. No, wait. He's an Xbox and I'm more Atari. There you go.
Yeah.
That's my contribution.
Can I admit something to you, Bob?
Say something.
This is such a good conversation starter. This is delightful.
Thank you. I'm about to ruin it. If I'm having a bad day, there's a video on YouTube of CeeLo Green performing Fuck You at Glastonbury where it's raining loads and he's really like overheating and there's just a load of steam coming off his head. And I just really like that video.
That's great. That's really good.
It just gets me every time.
Well, no, I want to see it.
Let's see if I can find it.
Oh, okay.
CeeLo Green.
Steaming.
What would I put? Steaming head. I think I've found it.
Steaming.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I haven't seen it for a few years.
Oh,
now.
Glastonbury. Oh.
Which Glastonbury? I found one of 2011. Oh, yeah, there it is.
My bad.
There
Have
it
you
is.
found it?
Yes.
Can you send
Right,
it?
chuck it. Yeah, chuck it in the chat.
Right,
I want to see
It's
it.
probably not the one that you're thinking of because it's like not a very high quality video. But if you go to like,
No, it's like 360p from what I
yeah,
remember.
it's. I think it's this one. I saw definite evidence of steam.
That's what I think.
It's happening.
Wait.
Sorry, it's really not happy with me trying to watch a YouTube video and have Oh god, there it goes. Go to like just before 7 minutes in, you can really see the steam.
Okay, hold on.
Oh god.
Wow. Oh my god, like a freshly baked bun from the oven.
This isn't even the video I was thinking of.
Oh, it's another separate time.
It must just be a thing that happens to him. Right. We got more out of that line than I thought we would.
Like, what an unusual thing to have happen to you twice.
This get really
like
hot.
an Atari.
Yeah.
I never had an Atari. I don't know what it...
No, we're all too old for Atari, right?
Yes, even I, as the oldest here, like
even I,
6 months
the
older than me.
elder.
for the Atari. I think just barely. I mean, my first like game system was a Sega Master System 2, so I think that's a little bit later, and then like something IBM thing after that.
Oh, an IBM PC compatible. Lovely.
Something like that. Why not?
Ooh.
I was 5. I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh, right. That'll do, eh? Shall we?
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
I think CeeLo Green should write a song about his steamy bald head.
And he should mention the Wii U in it. Fuck
Yes!
you. You can replace fuck you with Wii U and that still
And
scans,
then they can
right?
play it on the radio.
Yeah. And I'm like, Wii U, steamy heads.
All right. I think that is the perfect perfect cold open. We did it.
Oh,
We did
God,
it, man.
steamy
We did
head.
it, team. End the
Okay.
episode. It's not getting better.
We're done.
No, that's us peaking there in the first 7 minutes. Fucking hell.
We're done.
We did it. We did it.
Oh.
We done.
Wow.
We made a podcast.
But why does it steam? So he's just hot. Sorry. He's just hot.
No.
And so the rain hitting his head evaporates. Like, I'm so done. Like, what the fuck is happening?
No, yeah, like that is it. It's immediately happening. I need to find the video from at the piano.
Like,
it's
'cause,
so
like,
clear.
most of your body heat like escapes through the top of your head, right? And I suppose like for most people, like hair dampens that slightly, but if you've just got a perfectly shaved head, then I guess
It just
it's just
floats
if you're
off.
really, really warm, it's just kind of you got like an invisible halo, and then it's a visible halo, and then
You know when the Pikmin die? And the spirit shows up?
Stop!
oh no, at what point is this slightly slanderous? I'm not sure.
What is the implication that he has a load of tiny Pikmin on his head that drown in the rain?
Oh, he needs to be studied.
I do like the bit in Fuck You where you just hear ma, 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 ma.
Oh, okay.
Oh
What
god.
is happening?
We have to make a podcast, Gan.
Oh no, sorry.
I'm literally crying.
I just don't think that anything that we do in the next hour and a half to 2 hours is going to beat this.
We'll stop.
Absolutely not.
Just put out like a
Steaming
10-minute
Green.
episode. 10-minute episode, just this.
Did you just say steam low grade?
I did say that.
No, stop it. gotta be serious.
We need a steam low green emoji for our Discord.
I gotta say, yeah, no, it's happening. Liam and I are both glasses off now. This is-
I get stable and I see you two and it sets me off again.
All right, okay. You know what? I'm just not looking at either of you.
Oh yeah, there's no fucking way you're getting through your intro, Rebecca. Are you
It's
kidding
all right.
me?
Yeah,
I've
good luck,
not
babe.
written one. This is great. This is buying me so much time.
Okay.
Right. Right. Well, it's fine because it's just going to be like some fucking bullshit off the top of my head. So
Just
just
yeah.
like off the top of my head. There we go. Oh no, we're going again. Like the escaping soul of a drowned Pikmin. It will be just right off the dome.
Been an intense like half an hour.
Yeah, this is a lot of energy. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just like
I would just need
I'm
to
like,
get
ooh.
started. Otherwise, yeah, what
Yeah.
happens to it?
I'm like that guy from Heroes when he has all the power and he's like, Peter Petrelli!
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. You just gotta go. We just have to stop.
Peter Petrelli.
Peter Petrelli. I named all my fish in school after heroes characters when I should have been revising for my GCSEs. I just was watching.
How long did it take you?
three seasons of Heroes all in one go. And then when I was studying for my A-levels, I watched all of Lost instead.
Oh, wow. Did you name any fish after characters from Lost?
No, because I think my fish from Heroes are still alive.
Oh.
But it was Nathan, Parkman, Peter Petrelli, not Peter Petrelli.
Peter Petrelli.
And there was another one I forgot. I haven't watched Heroes in so long.
Claire?
I you know what? It probably wasn't Claire.
I don't
remember any of them.
I haven't thought about Heroes for a long time. Bloody hell. There's something slightly sad to bring the mood down. I was just thinking about the TV show Heroes.
How terrible it got. Oh,
yeah.
That is really sad. God, the first season was so funny and so good. Like, it might have been Isaac, the artist, because I really like that character. Yeah, actually, that has made me kind of annoyed. No, like, it got so bad. What the fuck?
I watched you like climb back down thinking about Heroes.
Yeah, me too. Just visibly.
Oh. Okay, I'm ready now.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Indieventure podcast, an indie gaming podcast hosted, created, and everything else by three just absolutely unhinged maniacs. Like, the state of us today, honestly, unbelievable. But anyway, yeah, I'm the sort of lead, like, mess today. Rebecca Jones, nice to see you all. Joined as ever by my two very dear friends, Rachel Watts and Liam Richardson.
Hello.
What up, shit munchers?
Oh, he did it.
I knew
he really
you were
did it. I knew you. I never doubted when you said you were going to do it that you were actually going to do it. Just so you know.
Said affectionately.
That was always part of the plan.
Oh God, that should be on merch.
It just says shit muncher.
For what it's worth, I've taken to addressing the audience as indie venturers in
yes,
write-ups and stuff. If we could stick with indie venturers for like the branding rather than shit munchers, if that's all right with everybody, just try it, just to see which goes down better at least.
All right, okay.
I like indie venturers. It's good.
Yeah, it's cute.
God, I'm sorry. Already it's gone off the rails, but that's okay because, like I say, I didn't actually write anything for this. I just thought I'd style it out, and so far it's going quite well.
Freestyle.
So yeah, if there's quite a leisurely, quite a relaxed tone to today's episode, it's because we have decided that given that summer is almost upon us once again, might even be actually upon us by the time this episode comes out because we're recording quite a long way in advance this time, we'd like to talk about summer holidays. And, you know, there's the great thing about indie games is it's such a wide and varied field that you can basically pick any weird idea that falls out of your head, and there are enough indie games to talk about that fit the theme that we can just chat shit.
Is that read the podcast? Just any ideas that fall out your head, and there's just indie games.
It's literally how it goes. It's like, you know, like beautiful nail art on indie games. You could talk about that for at least 45 minutes, I'm sure, like easily. You know, just anything that's on your mind in indie games, and we'll make it work. But yeah, there's like I thought like initially I was going to say, has anyone got anything nice planned holiday-wise for this summer? And then I thought, wait, let's not dox ourselves. So
oh yeah.
So instead of that, I was going to say, sorry, brain fell over. Edit this out. The problem is, right, I've got two questions, and I'm just like in that point where I'm like, which path do I pick, and which future do I like eliminate forever from the timeline?
This is like the TV series Heroes.
The further we go into making this a bit, the harder it is for this to be edited out, and it has to go in the podcast. No, I'm not letting that happen. No, I just flubbed it.
This is the thing, Rebecca, is the second you say edit it out, I keep it in.
Yes, oh God, no. No, I know that's not true. You have very respectfully taken out some shit that
unless it's a really grotesque shit story, then that's gonna that's
sometimes things do get taken out.
£3,000 a month, and I'll tell you the shit story.
I was going to start it with like a fairly generic, like, what are some nice holiday memories? But I thought instead, like, keep it tied into video games. So, like, I remember specifically during the lockdowns of 2020, I had, obviously, as a lot of people did, a lot of annual leave from work that I just wasn't using. So we got to the point where I was like, basically got told to take a week off, right? And so I decided to spend that week replaying the first BioShock game because I thought it was like a great like destination, and I wanted to feel like I was like on a holiday without being able to leave my house, obviously. So I wondered, like, did either of you have any like anything like that where you've kind of used gaming and like digital tourism to plug a gap when you couldn't travel or when you couldn't get away for a break?
I really want to like answer that question, and I can't wait for Rachel's response. But just before that, because I feel like we'll lose this thread really fast because we're all little gremlins just running around in the undergrowth.
It's very true.
But like, you in the middle of COVID, and you were like, "Let's go on holiday," and you chose Rapture.
Yeah. So okay, there's a story to this, and it's a very weird and very me story. But it's a little story.
Okay.
I want to hear it.
Which is that I went to CoxCon, which is a YouTube convention. Jesse Cox YouTube convention that used to run in Telford, quite near where I'm from in the UK. And I went and I bought a really lovely set of like fan art travel stickers to put on my suitcase. And so I've got Rapture, Raccoon City, Black Mesa.
That's cute.
Junon from Final Fantasy VII, and Lost Woods from Hyrule. And so I was like, I'm gonna and like my plan when we were in lockdown for ages and ages was to like try and hit all of those destinations. But because I take forever to fucking finish a game, I didn't manage to do all of them. But I started with Rapture, and so I did finish that
nice.
one.
Cute.
Right, look at that's cute. That makes so much more sense than you know what I really fancy right now during the COVID-19 lockdown.
Hey, I don't think there were any cases of COVID in Rapture for what it's worth. Like, I feel like they've pretty much got that.
Yeah, to be
solved,
fair,
at least.
they got that locked down.
Yeah,
Like-
it's fine. Like,
The ultimate
if there's one thing that's not a problem in Rapture, it's COVID. So there you go. Whereas, like, when you get to Raccoon City, you're like, this is a bit near the knuckle. But I still did play a lot of Resi that year as well. So
yeah, same. Yeah, and The Last of Us Part 2.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, no, we were going through it. You had a nice version.
Did you say
we were
Last
just
of
going
Us?
through it.
I blanked out for just a second.
Yes. Fine.
I also played both Last of Us games the first time during lockdown. I'd never played The Last of Us before, and I was like, the time is now. And I just played them and cried a bunch.
I mean, fair.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
So, what games... What
games did we escape to one... Fuck, our brains. What games did we play to escape to... What games... Am I all right?
Are you having a stroke? Are you having a stroke right now, babes? Are you okay? I have one memory from my childhood, which is a game I associate going on holiday with. Like, we used to spend a lot of time at my grandma's house when we were younger. My mum obviously working the summer, so she used to just drop us off there. And I really vividly remember playing Pokemon Crystal on the Game Boy Color with the Red Hot Chili Peppers Californication album playing. And every time I listen to any of the songs off that album, I am playing Pokemon Crystal. Like, it is so clear in the car specifically. I was also like blessed with the ability to not get car sick when I'm like staring 3 inches from my Game Boy screen. So like, Pokemon Crystal, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and like A Car Journey, like that trio, just like I have such a really clear memories of that. And I remember we had to time it because my brother was also playing it, so I got to play it for a bit, and then we would switch. So yeah, so that's what one of mine was. Like that's something really clear.
That's really lovely. That's like
me.
such a specific moment in history as well. Like,
yeah.
It's incredible.
So good. So yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, that sounds like actual perfection. Like, I'd do that right now and have an amazing
That's a good album,
time.
right? Yeah, it's a good
album.
It is a good album.
It's a pretty good album.
It's a good album. It's some good pops on there. Games I've used to escape. I've told the story before about Paradise Killer. Like, it came out during the summer of the pandemic, so that was like my little holiday. In terms of like games I remember while being on holiday, I've got very, very vivid memories of Animal Crossing Wild World on the DS while on a holiday in Greece as a teenager. and just playing that all the time.
You know what? I love that as well. Like being on holiday and playing games, and you're like, for me and my parents being like, we're on holiday, get off your game. But it's like, it's still like such good memories of like playing video games when you're on holiday.
Absolutely.
It's just really nice. Like,
I never did that. I never had like portable gaming systems until I was well into my 20s, so it's like quite a new thing.
Oh, really?
So for you?
Holiday. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no side eye from the parents being like,
oh, there was definitely. I was probably like remember those old like portable CD players you used to get that were for a hot minute before MP3 players. They were like the thing.
Yes. Oh.
So I probably was plugged into one of those and reading a book and just like completely, in my shell, just not on a game. To be fair,
I was either reading or playing a DS or a Game Boy, listening to my portable CD player. It just peak like early 2000s.
What
right?
a concept as well. You look at them now because somehow like there's like 3 in a box at my parents' house from various like times and places, and you look at them and you're like, they were just such a wild impact because they like kind of worked, right? But you moved slightly and the thing would skip
or turn off.
Yeah, and if your jeans were baggy enough, they would fit in the pocket.
Yes,
damn right they would. Yeah.
You'd have to have some really baggy jeans. And I had a pair of really baggy jeans and they just fit in the pocket. Not the top pocket, but like the cargo pocket halfway down.
Yeah.
It's just such a relief that MP3 technology came along so soon after that, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but then when MP3 technology came along, you could fit, 6 MP3s on an MP3 player? Like,
oh, man.
And you couldn't even... My first MP3 player didn't have a screen. I just had to press next and hope for the best.
God, those things. I had some like really little ones, and then I had like a really souped up one that I played to death for like the entirety of my like A-level and then probably part of uni career as well. I just had this like really good one that you could get like 200 songs on. It was great.
I would put songs on my DSi because I used to carry around my DSi with me. There was a music software on it where you could speed up and slow down the songs.
Yeah, you could.
And I used to play a lot of Fall Out Boy on like hamster speed, and I would be like, this is incredible. Like, this is incredible. Thanks for the memories at like 5 times the speed. Wow, could not get top. This is top tier music. I'm a genius.
Weird. Thanks for the memories. I feel like Thanks for the memories have been stuck in my head for like days and I don't know why. And it's like, do you ever think that you've almost got like, so you know that thing where you get like an earworm?
Yeah.
But you swear you get them before someone makes you think of a song for the first time in ages. And you're like, what the hell just happened in my brain? That like, did you go back several days and put that
it clicks
in my head? Right?
Like musical premonitions.
Musical premonitions. That's a great concept. Like,
I know we need to move on. I know, but I really
sorry.
want to know, like, on your portable CD players, what is the CD you most associate with listening to on those things? I just need to know. I just need to know.
You're gonna love this.
Yeah.
So I used to love making mixtapes and mixed CDs and stuff when I was younger.
I love that. Yeah.
And so my parents, at one point, I got like 3 really like brightly coloured rewritable CDs that were like bright orange, bright green, and bright pink. And so I had, the dual trifecta of those to listen to, and they just had all my favourite songs on. Up to the limit of what you could write to them, so probably about 20 songs.
Oh my God. Mine was probably a Fall Out Boy CD under the cork tree, probably. God, I fucking loved Fall Out Boy so much. Still do. But or the All American Rejects.
Oh wow!
Yes.
That's your dirty little secret right there.
What are you, babes?
The one I associate the most with my portable CD player is Nirvana's Nevermind, but only because I broke my portable CD player by a girl I fancied when I was, God knows, 13, was on the same bus as me home, and I was like, I'm going to impress this girl because I'm a 13-year-old boy, and this is how you impress girls. I'm going to get off the bus before it fully stops. And the bus driver, listen to my Nirvana, and the bus driver opens the door before he's fully stopped, and I step off and immediately fall over and smash my CD player all over the floor.
Oh, that's tragic.
Oh, babes.
And that girl, we're married now. No, I've never seen this.
Oh God,
wow.
that's so funny.
Oh dear, that's sad. That is sad. You know what else is sad, actually, is that even we're like, oh, thank God MP3s came along. That's not a thing anymore. Streaming now. We have made ourselves sound so old. So I think it's time that we just move on from this mess and talk about nice places in indie games that we'd like to go on holiday.
Yes.
Yay!
Very well organised, this one. It's like not even a last minute episode idea. We put this in the calendar like months ago, and yet I left it till basically today to think about what to do.
Yeah, I don't know why, Rebecca. You've been really free recently. You've had loads of spare time.
So much free time.
Like you're doing any big life decisions that you're.
Yeah.
It's not like
stuff you're going through.
It's not like there's 2 things in the next week happening that would usually be just like months and months of run. Anyway, no.
I just don't feel like you're prioritising the podcast.
This is why I need a bloody holiday.
Yes, you do.
Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, like, I was just gonna, say we throw it to a bit of an open discussion for a bit. Just say like, where in indie games would you love to go on holiday?
Where are we flying to? What tickets are we buying? What EasyJet flight are we booking last minute for 20 quid?
I'm
Who's on the flight?
I'm real. I have said that I have not done any prep for this. I've got a list of 9 games which I'm going to have to desperately whittle down to something manageable.
Ooh.
First question could be maybe like, what's like the upper class indie game holiday destination that costs like a shitload of money and only BA flies there, and which one can you get a Ryanair flight from your local airport?
Oh my God. Well, actually, you know what? I think that I'm going to kick us off because I think that one thing we risk overlooking here is the classic British holiday, which, okay, don't call them staycations. I get very annoyed when people call them staycations. That's not what a staycation is. But when you stay in the UK for your summer holiday, that is a thing. And there are a couple of games. There are a couple of games set in the UK where I would holiday. Like thinking recently about Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and you know that there's like a holiday there's like a caravan park in Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. It's like a lakeside caravan. It's actually called Lakeside Holiday Camp. I looked it up earlier. And it's like such a like evocative thing, because like I guess you guys will probably get this as well, but like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, which is set in Shropshire, which is sort of like equidistant from where Rachel and I grew up. It's kind of in the middle of us and not too far from Liam. And it's just very, very familiar to sort of like places that I would go sometimes and places I grew up near. It's got this kind of like, it is like quite a nice place in the game. It's portrayed as a nice thing to do, but it's still pissing it down on a little artificial beach on a lake in the Midlands. And I just kind of like, I really appreciate that.
It's interesting because when I was making my list, a lot of mine were like locations in the UK. Like I was like, okay.
Really?
Yeah, so a couple of mine are Highland Song. So I was like, let's get into those Scottish Highlands ASAP.
That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah. I didn't like that game, but I loved that location. Like
sometimes
I
the
loved how it
setting is
looked.
like enough, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, absolutely.
It's like, it's a game that made me want to frolic amongst the Highlands and not fall and break my face, which I did many times in that game. But yeah, Gone to the Rapture, definitely. Like quaint English towns are like such a video game setting. Like I recently played Botany Manor, which is very much like the quaint countryside manor house where you and a bunch of friends would try and get it on Airbnb on the cheap.
I was about to say, would they have like converted it into quite a posh hotel now that you just go to for like a treat weekend because it's so.
Well, this is the thing. I just think some really like some old biddy who's like really, really wealthy and owns this mansion has just popped up on Airbnb and like hen parties go there. But if you're like rich enough, in Botany Manor, you can like rent it out just on your own. And honestly, this game is like, it just inspires you to like behave in a certain way. Like there's a run button in this game, which I really like, because there'd be moments where I'd be upstairs looking at plants and then the front gate would ring and I'd run down the stairs and out the doors and through the gardens, and I'd be like, I could like imagine myself like frolicking around. I was like, you know, that sounds like a good holiday. Just being in a massive mansion and like in the English countryside. It's very quaint and quiet.
That's so good.
Right? Like anything to do with like being like kind of like cozy cottage countryside, but also
how about then another one from my list is Undermere from Strange Horticulture and its upcoming sequel Strange Antiquities. Which I'm very excited for.
But not afraid of the cults. The cult under.
Look, there's a bit of a cult problem. Admittedly, there is a bit of a cult problem.
Bit of a cult problem.
Just a little cult problem.
But like, it's based on a real place.
It's giving hot fuzz.
It's absolutely giving hot fuzz. But like, it's based on a real place where I've really been for some really nice holidays, and so like, and it just has that kind of it has that very British, like, yes, it's raining, but in kind of a cozy way, and we're going to go into some nice local shops and have like a nice time, even though it's a really like grim day. I just always feel that when playing Strange Horticulture, and as I say, it's like partly because I've had some really nice holidays to like Kendal and Windermere in the Lake District, where the games are set. I'm incidentally really excited for that sequel. Can't wait to have a go at that. But yeah, it's just it's got, because as I say, partly because it's like memories for me. I don't know how much it scans for other people, but I remember talking about it a while back and people being like, especially I guess people from the States or whatever, being surprised that it was a real place. And I'm like, you gotta go if you come to the UK. You gotta go. Lake District. It's so nice.
Well, it's like how Thank Goodness You're Here is based on an actual Yorkshire town, Barnsworth or something. Because I was like, do I want to go there on holiday, or do I just really like the game? Because I don't know if I actually would want to visit.
It's on my list. Are you fucking kidding me? It's one of the first things I wrote down. Barnsworth. I haven't played the game yet. I want to go to just a comedy village where everyone's like, lad,
big rods, big pies. Yes. But I just feel like it's also, I'd be so on edge. I'd be like, oh God, I just want to pass these like big rods, big pies.
You'd have such a fun. You'd come back and you'd be like, I have a million anecdotes about my time in Barnsworth.
Yeah. That's the thing. It wouldn't be relaxing. You'd be like, oh my God, everyone just like. And characters just, like, everywhere wanting your help. Mm-hmm.
It's like the first holiday you take with your friends when you're like in
chaotic
high school, and like it's all chaos. It's all just like anecdote to anecdote. It's so many stories you can tell when you get back, and you look back on it like 10 years later as a more experienced traveler. Like, what happened? Why did we go so cheap? But like everything was just so crazy.
It's fun you've mentioned English towns, because I hadn't actually considered, other than Thank Goodness You're Here, but you've reminded me of The Good Life. I don't know whether you remember that game.
I do.
The one by Swery, who did Deadly Premonition. It's like set in the Lake District / nondescript English countryside.
I haven't played it yet, and I didn't realise it was set in England.
It is. It's not a good game. It's like it's largely piss, but it's got a really lovely town. When it isn't flickering in and out of existence on PlayStation 5, where I reviewed it. But it's like full of like quaint, silly little characters, and every night everyone turns into cats or dogs for reasons I can't remember.
That's a swear game.
Yeah, but also maybe it was just like something they added into the Kickstarter because it wasn't succeeding. I can't remember.
My God.
But like,
what, really?
I can't remember if it
that's
has
like
any...
such a core concept of that game. It cannot be something they bolted on, surely.
I genuinely think it is.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I'd love to visit there because it's got like real like fun vibes, and
you turn into a cat at night.
Yeah, exactly. And who wouldn't want to turn into a cat at night?
But also like a village or town full of like dogs is really cute. Just like there's just dogs everywhere. It's like, oh, that is like one of the good things about like going anywhere in the UK is like, especially like countryside places, is the dogs. The pedigree of posh dogs you get to see. Some really cute fucking dogs as well. So dogs is a bonus. All dogs.
Oh, we went to I was about to send you a picture. We went to a pub in Bristol. We didn't go in, but we popped in to have a look. Unnecessary context. There was a pub in Bristol, and there was a bunch of like small boxes on the bar, and there was just 5 cats sleeping in them.
Yes, the cat.
Oh,
the cat.
Do you know the pub?
Yeah, we used to go there quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so nice. We're right next to where we're staying.
I need to go to Bristol.
Yeah, it was so cute.
And it's like one of those places that they just took in a cat and then more came. It wasn't like, oh, we're a pub and we're going to buy a bunch of cats and be like a cat
cafe.
It's
not like a cat cafe. Yeah,
it was very much like one stayed and then more stayed.
Oh, it was so nice in there.
Yeah. Bit stinky, but really cute.
Yeah, it's so stinky.
Good pints. Bit stinky.
Hairy pints.
It's just reminded me that Sarah Anderson comic The one where it's like adopting a dog and it's like got her going to a animal shelter and like picking a dog and signing all the paperwork, and then adopting a cat and just a cat falls through the ceiling onto her lap and is like, I live with you now.
I've seen that.
Yes, it's very
so
much
accurate.
that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I feel like UK towns just pop up in indie games a lot. Just
do.
because they're good settings, even for like horror or cozy or whatever. It's just like
there's also like a lot of British devs, right? So there's a lot of teams presumably have at least a few Brits on it, even if it's not like necessarily a British studio. So probably a big influence as well. There's just a lot of us in games. Like there's not that many of us overall. But we love working in games.
So where are we going outside the UK then?
Let's head to the airport. That's the next thing to do, I think. Head to the airport.
I did think to myself, would it be funny if I only answered Five Nights at Freddy's answers for all of these questions?
What? Every game?
Every game. I'd be like, I think I'd like to go to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. But I went against that.
If we do a birthday party episode, though, which I totally think we should do, because Liam's and my birthdays are on the same week, so that would be so funny.
True. That is very true. I was trying to think of like really nice places that I would like to travel to. Weirdly, the first thing that came to my mind is the location from the coin game. Now, I don't know if you know this based on your reactions then.
What?
So this game, right? I can't believe I've never mentioned it because I fucking love this game. It's like one of my favorite indie games. It's made by one guy who set out to just like make an accurate representation of like ticket-based arcade games of like skee ball and like claw machines. And then for some reason, he just built an open world survival game around it where you play as a kid, but the town's populated by robots. And you can like get a job and earn money to play games at these, like, it started off as a little arcade and now there's like a full shopping center with a cinema and a traveling carnival, and like he's just adding all these things in over the years. It's jank as hell, but it has immaculate vibes. I fucking love it so much. And I just want to go, I can't remember what it's called where you are, but I want to go there to this town populated by robots. It's not a nice town. Some of the robots will physically attack you. And like, it's just beautiful. I just want to play a bunch of arcade games and chill out with my robot pals and eat pizza and just have a fantastic time. Coin game, it rules.
I do know this game. I think I've seen it. I've seen someone do a Let's Play of it. Like, I love that it was initially released into early access in February 2019. It's still in early access. I don't feel like this is necessarily getting finished. But
absolutely not.
I totally, though, speaking of games that probably won't get finished that have this vibe that I would love to like take a holiday in, I know exactly where you're coming from, because on my list, genuinely, is Anemoiapolis, which is
interesting choice.
Where you fall into like you fall into a hole in the ground and you end up in this abandoned underground, like, it's kind of like Rapture again, like kind of Rapture.
Yeah, we're like sensing a theme here.
Abandoned city, but it's like
you like being trapped in liminal spaces.
It's peaceful. I don't know what to tell you. It's peaceful. It's like, because the more I've played this game twice now, because I'm a weirdo. And like as you go around it, you sort of get the impression that it was built.
I'm a weirdo too. We're all weirdos.
Yeah, I guess we're all weirdos. Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry, yeah.
It's cool. It was built to be this kind of like potentially like almost a Rapture-esque thing, where it's like there are obviously like very like conference venue bits, but there are also very like holiday park bits and like shopping mall and like movie theater bits. And I was like, actually, as like, you know, a bit of sort of civic planning, it's not terrible. And, you know, there's only one shadow person chasing you and they won't do anything if they catch you. It's fine.
Jesus.
And like, it's so peaceful, largely. And like,
other than the shadow person, what is
fine. They're not going to do anything. They're just a bit creepy off in the distance sometimes. And like, they can catch up to you near the end, but the second time I played it, I stood and let them get me to see what happened. It wasn't that bad. You'd be all right. You just
want to be friends. Maybe they just want a holiday buddy.
I don't really know what they want.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Oh my god.
That Rebecca.
That's wild.
I love you. Do you know that?
It's just a nice environment. It's like it's the most relaxing horror game. It's what it's called.
Mm-hmm. I can definitely tell where you're at in your life right now, that you just think an empty mall,
honestly,
would be a really nice
genuinely
ambient.
The part where you fall through a hole in the floor and then just have like a completely different set of problems is like
no
okay, but imagine being in a swimming pool area though, and you're like fully clothed. You'd have to bring you'd have to be prepared with a swimming costume and a towel.
Look, not to put too many ideas in people's heads, but I'm completely alone in this city. It's fine. I'll work it out. Like, it's not going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wish you all the best. Yeah.
Thank you.
Send us a postcard.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
if you can find a way out to
just
a letterbox.
Polaroid of you and the shadow creature, just like.
Yes.
Genuinely,
I don't have any horror games on my list. Mine are all very quaint. I was not expecting that one.
I'm normal.
Do you have any exotic locations on your list, Rachel? Things that aren't English countryside?
I put Abzu on mine because I feel like just being in the ocean, but not as a human, but like as a diver type person would be so nice as a holiday. Just like diving with all the fishies. Oh, I just think that game is amazing. And like, it's so relaxing. And there's like points of the game where you can sit on meditative rocks and you just sit there and watch the fish swim by. And I just think that's really great. And yeah, I was like, where would be like my peaceful location with no humans and I could relax? And I was like, the bottom of the ocean, but not the scary ocean. Like, it's like the coral reefs, that area.
Yeah.
When you get a bit like abyssal layer, no. Just, we just want to stay with the jellyfish and the...
Not the bit with the like horrors beyond mankind's comprehension, just the nice layer.
Yeah.
That's the layer where Rebecca's spending her holiday.
Rebecca's down there.
Okay, real talk. If it's too weird for people to know that I'm going to the nightmare dimension for my holiday, how about Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, literally any level? Because that's like,
That's
so
a nice
relaxing.
One. That's a very nice one.
No people, just like, there's 3 different like pools now that you can play in. They've added some DLC.
Oh yeah.
So there's like the classic sort of like Mediterranean poolside on the beach. There's like a sort of winter cabin, like ski lodge cabin one. That's really nice. And there's just a spaceship one. And you know what? I'll take the spaceship. It's weirder than the other 2, but it's still nice. They're all really nice locations.
Do you control the flow of ducks or does someone else control the flow of ducks?
It's on a timer.
Oh, so is it every 5 minutes or something, or every minute?
It's about every minute or so. And it's just like, it's genuinely so chill. You just sit and watch ducks fall from the sky into the pool and then watch the physics interact. And you can like turn on and off the radio and just watch like incidental events trigger in the world. And it's very, very calming. It's genuinely really nice.
That's a brilliant, I love that.
Nice poolside holiday.
Yeah, if Anemoiapolis is a bit too spicy for you, then...
What I'm noticing is so far we've all chosen places with no one else there.
Yeah,
it's like a real theme. It's a real theme. Are we really tired of people?
Absolutely.
Like it,
yeah.
People are exhausting. Humans are exhausting.
Right.
What about you, Liam? Any no humans allowed locations or anywhere in the world?
I mean, I did consider The Witness, the island from The Witness.
That's a nice place, though.
I also thought about that.
But then I guess Botany Manor is like visually quite similar, so I like Botany Manor as a one. But like the problem with The Witness is if you're like, I need a piss, you'd have to like solve 12 panel puzzles to open the toilet door. So, and then as you pissed, you'd realize that by your piss is making a panel puzzle. Like everything's like.
John Blow's like, solve this toilet puzzle, and you have to like aim your piss to stop.
Just says so much about, I don't know, fucking human. What is that game about? Anyway, I thought of like a couple of like management games about like building cool theme parks. So I was thinking about Parkasaurus, the cute dinosaur theme park one. That would be like a really cool place to like visit.
To visit. I was like, you want to leave your work to now work on building a theme park.
I just want to like chill in a
dinosaur theme park.
Yeah.
Like that works out so well.
Yeah, that's
but like cute. A cute one where they're all wearing like nice hats. And also I was thinking about Let's Build a Zoo. I don't know whether you've ever played this, but the fact that the whole point of Let's Build a Zoo is you're splicing loads of different animals together to create monsters from beyond human comprehension.
Oh, that Zoo Tycoon management game.
I would like to go to the one where there's like rabbit snakes and like octopus tigers or whatever.
I see.
Would you splice yourself with an animal? And what animal would it be?
Would I splice myself with an animal? You know what, Rachel? I might have to think about that for more than a few seconds.
You don't want to give it off the cup for a remark that you'll regret for that.
What? What?
Maybe don't answer that.
What? How am I being spliced? Are we talking like Jeff Goldblum in the Fly splicing? Or are we talking like...
I'm thinking like Centaur kind
I'm thinking like proper Island of Dr. Moreau, like, you know, just Beastman style.
Okay, I like Centaur.
How does it work in the game? Are they spliced like literally like two animals being morphed together or like cut and paste together?
Like head on a body.
So Centaur laws. Rules.
It is Centaur rules. You know what? I think I would be a tiger, but just a tiger with my face. Just a little tiger, like pads over to you and is like, "You're right. Have you heard of Hypnospace Outlaw?"
Oh my god! Oh my god! You
wouldn't have opposable thumbs to play Hypnospace Outlaw with.
Oh, you're right. I would regret that immediately.
You'd have to have human arms. Did you have human face, and the rest of it is tiger?
Did you ever
that's
play
what I would like.
Dishonored 2?
I didn't.
No,
because there is a power in Dishonored 2 where you like have a shadow power, and you essentially go into like a sort of, you feel like a big cat in the way that you're moving around, but you're like a shadow person. But there was one time that I was playing it, and like the target saw me, and so suddenly it breaks the illusion, and you just like crouched on the ground, still kind of like body shadow tiger form, but I could only picture my character's human head like emerging from this shadow, looking up like, hi.
That's very funny.
That's all I can think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be me.
Yeah, I mean surely everyone's
got to answer that. You've got to answer this question, you two now. Yeah, what if you could splice yourself with an animal?
Oh my god, don't put this on me. I was nothing to do with it.
I haven't answered.
Do you think that people struggle to send us questions because we answer all the shit off the cuff anyway?
Because they're like, oh, what can I say to like really discomfort and embarrass these people? And I was like, you couldn't.
Yeah,
no, answer.
We do that already. So I love manatees. Manatees are my favorite animal.
Oh, okay.
So I love manatees. I've loved them for many years, and they used to be like mermaids used to be mistaken as manatees. So I think I would do the mermaid thing, where it's my torso, but instead of a fishtail, I would just have a massive manatee body, and so it'd be like, ooh, who's that hot chick? And then I'd reveal the rest of my body, and it would just be like a huge manatee ass, essentially. And I would coax sailors and drown them. That's a manatee. Woman.
What?
A man and me. This has got to work. Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a second.
We'll be silent while you workshop it.
Give me a second. No, I don't know.
This is just like uncovered a memory for me, and I just had to look it up. And there's a book that I read as a teenager.
A memory
called Dr. Franklin's Island, which is a teen reimagining of the island of Dr. Moreau. And I'm just like, it's not a manatee. I thought it was maybe a manatee, but I think it's a ray that she gets spliced with.
Manta ray?
Oh.
Maybe, yes. But like, man, that like, yeah, it is a manta ray. It's a manta ray that she gets spliced into, and
so how does she have like the fishy wings? Like, how does it work? We are so fucking off topic, but
I don't care. This is
Jesus.
What? You know those books, the Animorph animal humans?
Animorphs.
Yeah.
Please, listeners.
You want the listeners to make fan art of us morphing into these creatures?
I want Liam as a tiger with human arms and a human face.
And you,
as a manatee woman. You know what?
Well,
actually,
what would yours
not.
be, Rebecca?
Yes, Rebecca.
Oh
no,
my
you've said
goodness!
it now.
I mean, I didn't have an answer quite as like readily prepared as you guys did. I don't honestly know. I might need to think it through. I love to swim, so I guess I probably would be like some sort of aquatic, semi-aquatic creature.
Marine sea life. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seems good. You know what I really like actually is the really big turtles that live to be like really, really old.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like I've seen some of them just when I've been out on boats, like when I've been on holiday, and they always seem to be having like a really chill time. So yeah.
That's really sweet.
I like that answer.
Would it just be you as normal, but with a shell, or are you keeping that? I'm so sorry, my cat.
Is that your cat? I was about to say. I was like, what's that screaming from Rachel's microphone?
The thing is, I'm so used to it from work calls. There's always like 3 cats and a baby crying when I'm on a call at work. So I'm just like,
God.
It doesn't even register with me anymore.
Well, mine has been like,
all right.
Yeah, Shari's been bashing in the microphone for the last 5 minutes. So.
Okay, he settled down.
Is he all right?
He just wanted in. It's really hot up here, so I think the cats really like how cozy it is. Okay, shut up now. Nice. I did not know you guys could hear that. I was like, God, I hope they can't fucking hear. My cat.
I really hope your microphone picked up on it.
Yeah, it really was. When
I'm gonna keep that in the edit.
That's so good.
Oh,
so good.
Should we perhaps maybe wander gently back to the path, the path of light? From these dark times of animal-human slicing that we found ourselves in.
It's really weird that that's where the concept of holidays took us, but I think we should try and re-rail it slightly.
God.
Where else are we going? Where else are we going on holiday?
Good question.
I've got one. I would like to be one of the tiles from Dorfromantik. Just a single Dorfromantik tile.
Oh, that's such a good answer. Yeah. Yes.
Like, with those little towns are so quaint and just cozy. Like they're so cozy, and so just even like a 1 tile, or maybe 5 or 6 tiles, that'd be nice. Like have a little river going, a bit of a forest, a windmill. Gotta have a windmill, and then like a little town. Oh, yeah, little train. But if you're like me, it normally only ends up like as a single tile with a train track running through it because I can't connect any of the other fucking train track tiles.
Or they're just going around in a small circle.
Oh, yeah, or the circle. Or they just, I accidentally lead it into a river and I'm like, oh, God, it's so ugly. That was the thing with that game. I would always restart my levels because I was like, this is ugly. I can't stare at this. I need to restart. But
Did they ever add a sandbox mode to that?
I think they did like a creative sandboxy type mode, but maybe I should revisit it because I was like, this creation is ugly. It's not good enough for me. So I wouldn't visit one of my Dorfromantik maps, but maybe someone who.
God, I love that game. Have you seen their new game that was announced over the weekend?
Oh, was it in space? Is it something in space?
Yeah. Yes. And it's with that YouTube channel I can never pronounce because sort of hoping Rebecca was going to chip in there because I feel like something Rebecca would know. Yeah, it looks really nice. Like a little resource.
Yeah, it does look cute.
Like a little,
Oh, is it Starbirds? Is that what we're looking at?
That's the one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I missed this
Dorfromantik, amazing choice.
Definitely go there.
Oh, Starbirds looks well cute.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Do I have anywhere else? I have the usual ones. Stardew, Paradise Killer, Boo, don't talk about those again. One thing I really love is I know the world in On Guard is just Spain, but the version of Spain is so idyllic. I would absolutely adore
I think
to go there.
Spain is a legitimate answer.
Yeah, Spain. My answer is Spain.
Get into some very sexy jewels.
Yeah.
They are very, those tense jewels. Ooh.
Let her kick the shit out of me. Yes, that's
let this pirate lady stomp me.
Yeah. Right?
Oh, actually, in that game, you can boot people off the side of docks, and you can be like sweating, and she'd be like, you need to cool down, and just like she could boot you into the sea. Oh
yeah, breaks all my ribs with one kick.
Yes, all your immediately. Ribs shattered.
It ends up looking like something from Doom. Just
oh yeah, oh my God. Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good place.
Really beautiful place.
Oh,
yeah. I think you brought a lot more to that than just Spain in the end.
Yeah, get all up in that pirate. Get up all in that pirate booty.
Yes. I think this has all gone a bit last episode now. This is just, we're back on the Pride episode.
You know what is really funny? A comment that I was thinking about when we were talking about Ace Attorney is like, the like pinnacle of gay love is like 2 lawyers going at each other, and the pinnacle of lesbian love is having an intense duel. God.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes.
It's so good.
Great representations. And very accurate. That is how,
Absolutely.
But yeah. Yes, hello, sir.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Surgeon assistance.
I see him stomping.
He's stomping around. He does this thing where he meows, but he mostly goes, he just chirps a lot, like brr, brr, brr.
Oh, I love it when they do that.
Don't you? You chirp. Do you want to go? Hold on a second.
He wants to go back out.
Go back out.
Oh, look at him! Oh, look at him running!
Did you see him? Did you see him run?
Oh, that was so cute.
It's adorable.
I swear he's going to be screaming in 10 minutes again. Anyway.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yes. I'd bring my cats on holiday with me. I'd bring them in 2 little cat bags. Those people on TikTok who take their cats like the Alps and stuff. Incredible. Like van life people.
Yeah. Van life.
Van life.
Van life.
We should do a van life holiday. Us recording podcast episodes in a van, traveling around.
Yeah. In a van?
I'm just going to quickly check because I know that we are all quite stereotypical sometimes. Who can actually drive? Because I can't.
No.
Right, so I've been learning for a year.
Yes.
And it's been a fucking nightmare. I hate driving.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I'm so close to doing my test. I'm so close. But every time I get behind the wheel of a car, I'm such a dumb bastard. And the other week I got in the car and my driving instructor was like, right, okay, we're going to do 2 mock tests. And by the end of the lesson, if you've done well, we'll get you booked in for your driving test this week. And by the end of that 2 hours, he said, I'll see you next week. I'm getting there. Yeah. I'm just so bad and I'm so nervous. And I need a bumper sticker that says, let me merge, bestie. That's what I need. Don't honk at me, I'll cry.
Leave me alone.
I just think that there is that joke of bisexuals can't drive.
Bisexuals can't drive.
I can't exactly.
Is that a thing?
It's a genuine thing. And to be fair, in my house, it's only 50% true. So that's not too bad.
Right.
But
okay.
But my partner came out after he'd learned to drive, so that may be a blip.
Oh, right. Or maybe because he hadn't come out.
Yeah.
He was able to pass, whereas I came out before I started to learn.
Just break the curse. You know what you should get? You should get a bumper sticker with a Buy Pride flag and I broke the curse behind the wheel.
I just got this image in my mind of an 18-year-old getting behind the wheel for their first driving lesson and after the hour being like, I think I'm bisexual.
Gets behind the wheel of the car again. Oh my god!
It's like, oh, I'm shit at driving. I'm bisexual. Yeah. Bisexual awakening is being shit at your first driving lesson.
It's nearly hitting a cyclist.
There's another joke. There's another jokey stereotype where it's you're bad at maths, but the thing's I'm good at maths, but I have to approach it in a very vibey way. I can't just sit and look at numbers. I need to
nah.
Oh my god, the cat just nearly fell off the desk and took her claws into
the cats are being chaotic this episode.
Moon tonight or something.
They need to calm down. Oh god.
Fuck. What is the energy of this episode, by the way?
The cats know it. The cats can tell clearly. So
yeah, they can.
My goodness.
So we can do our camper van holiday because we can't drive.
Okay, that's out.
I'll drive us badly. We won't survive, but I'll drive us.
I trust you. I believe in you. I know you're going to do this eventually. Jokes aside.
Thank you, bestie.
It's going to be okay.
I wish my driving instructor had the same faith in me.
But I will say, I am almost certainly not going to ever learn to drive.
Fair.
So, there you go. There you have it. But yeah, I was going to hit another destination for us now, which is that I love a forest holiday. As you guys know, I love going to the woods. And I was initially going to pick Shoshone National Forest from Firewatch. But I thought that was really more of a working holiday, and it wasn't that nice a time in the end because it caught on fire. So what I thought instead was Hawk Peak Provincial Park from a short hike, which has lovely amenities. Yep. It is well cared for. It is there are some challenging trails, but largely as long as you're a bird, you can manage. It's a nice time. It's a nice forest holiday. With proper ranger stations, and it's nice enough that they got running groups going around, and volleyball on the beach. It's just a bit more accessible than the, what is it, like 2-day hike into the wilderness to just stare at the tree line and see if anything catches on fire. So
if you went on, we went on holiday together to Let's Build a Zoo and spliced yourself with a bird, then you could then have your short hike holiday.
Oh, yes. That is a good pick. That is a really good pick. I feel like there's so many cute activities in a short hike you could do as well. Like you're not short on like going out and do some treasure hunting or doing some volleyball or climbing a wall or, just, like, or racing people.
Eat some wild strawberries or something is one, isn't it? Like it's just, like forage and collect hats. Get a souvenir hat is just so nice.
It's like Centre Parks, but more quaint.
Yes, but like way more rustic.
Yes, way more rustic.
But yeah, no, it's like Centre Parks. Obviously, I really like going to Centre Parks. That's no secret. But it is like quite managed. Whereas I also like camping, but I like something between camping and Centre Parks, like a cabin in the woods, but like not.
Not the cabin in the woods.
Not the cabin in the woods. Exactly. Even I'm not that.
Although,
Rebecca's like, that's my limit.
I'll go.
That's my limit, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I definitely thought my mind passed on a short hike as well.
Oh
no, she's biting the shit out of me.
Oh no!
Stop, dude.
Oh,
what is going on?
What a cutie!
What a prick! I'm so sorry. I was just like, I have to at least show what's happening here.
Is it like nibbles or is it full on bites?
It's full on bites.
Oh
my!
Anyway, sorry.
Angry baby.
Yeah, cabin in the woods.
No.
Okay.
No.
No. No, I've had some genuinely nice holidays in like a cabin in a fairly remote place. Like,
yeah,
they get a bad rap in the media, but it can be quite nice.
Oh, absolutely,
absolutely they can. Yeah.
Love a cabin.
Just picturing like full on Evil Dead, where it's just like.
Is that
just dreadful as soon as you get there?
Oh no! What's the campsite in? Oh fuck! Never mind. I don't remember the name of the game. I don't remember the name of the studio.
Try and talk us into it. We can
it's a bunch of teens, and it's the game series you really like, Rebecca.
Until Dawn.
The Quarry, or Until Dawn?
The Quarry.
Oh, the Quarry.
Until Dawn would count as well, but like those kind of situations where it's a group of friends and they're just like stuck in a rural area, and there's a trouble afoot. Putting it lightly.
Hackett's Quarry, by the way, is what it's called. I mean, I'm going to say that's
Hackett's Quarry.
That's a big no.
I mean, it was nice until the things happened.
The spookies.
I guess most places are nice until the things happen. It's not a bad.
I don't know. Yeah. Like sometimes you get somewhere and you're like the vibes are off from the start. But I actually think that the vibes were very nice until the thing. I'm trying not to say the thing because even though I think the cat's out of the bag about what that game is pertaining to, it's still technically a spoiler. So I'm like not saying.
I don't know what it's about. I still haven't played it, so I appreciate it.
In that case, I mean, it's not like, oh my god, I'm so glad I came to this unspoiled or whatever. But you know, it's a fun twist. So, because have you played Until Dawn?
Yes.
So you know that the point is it kind of ramps up to like working out that's how that goes. Like anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay. I see. Right.
So the whole reveal with the Mothman. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no.
Too scary.
But then it turns out he's friendly.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh god. Any other holiday destinations?
I think I've run out of mine. Yeah, go on.
Would you, with the context of the game, go on the cruise from Overboard?
Yeah. Absolutely, I would.
If there was a mad woman on board trying to kill... Yeah, the murder is happening. She's trying to kill everyone. Would you still go on that cruise?
Is she trying to kill everyone, though? Is it literally everyone?
Does she try and kill everyone in the game? I can't remember.
I think
you can.
I thought it was most of the characters in the game, but maybe it's not everyone on the ship. So maybe you would just be some spectators to this like bloody sport that's happening on the cruise. As you're trying to have like, I don't know, a cocktail on the deck. And it's just like this woman just throws a body over the side. Very, very dashing young woman.
I mean, she seems like a good hang. Other than the murdering, but
your husband,
what?
Everyone's got flaws.
Yeah. I'm here to support, women's rights and women's wrongs. I would definitely be on the board from Overboard. I think it'd be super chill. I'd just
cruise.
be in the smoking.
Chill. Maybe not super chill.
Well, I don't know, because I just stay in there's a lounge, isn't there, where all they're doing is playing cards and smoking cigarettes, and I'd be like, sign me up.
I guess after the first murder, you'd be like, oh no. The second one, you'd be like, oh no. And then by the 8th or 9th, it's just like, it is what it is at that point.
I just simply wouldn't be murdered.
Everyone has their own way of relaxing on holiday, and I feel like, if she's doing that, just let her get on with it.
I had a joke in my notes that I wasn't going to bring up, whereas I actually said, I'm not going to bring up visual novels set on tropical islands because there's so bloody many of them that like every visual novel and dating sim series has to have a tropical island entry. But honestly, the whole after the 8th or 9th murder is not so bad. I'm like, if that isn't a perfect description of Danganronpa 2, I don't know what it is.
I was so wondering if when you said visual novel, I was like, this is
here we go.
That's the thing though, isn't it? It's like it was already a cliche when they did it to just randomly set a visual novel on a tropical island, and now like every mystery visual novel has to be set on a tropical island because Danganronpa 2 then like codified the trope that they were already spoofing. But there's loads, like Huniepop 2 is set on a tropical island, Doomsday Paradise set on a tropical island, like
oh my god, there's a lot.
The one that I nearly reviewed for you that time, Rachel, but I ended up on holiday when the code came in, the Hooked on You, the Dead by Daylight one.
Oh, yes.
It's like absolutely everywhere in that genre.
You see a pina colada, you flash back to Danganronpa.
Right. It's like it never got better. They never found a way to relax and enjoy it in spite of the murders.
They never escaped. Spoilers, yeah.
Spoilers for Danganronpa 2.
Spoilers, they don't have a good time in Danganronpa.
They didn't enjoy it. They didn't enjoy it at all.
No.
What are those games about? I don't know. I thought they were just nice visual novels about kids having a nice time.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely.
Smarty pants kids having a good time.
It's a great time. But like genuinely, I think that Paradise Killer just stands in so well because I think it is genuinely like lauded and well received and a good version of that. I'm happy to just leave that as the pinnacle of like indie VN-esque set on a tropical island. Like we don't need to give the full list.
I do think Paradise Killer would be a terrible place to have a holiday though, because
unless you're a god, because it was the same with Roman Sands Rebuild, right? It's almost like the joke is it's never nice.
But well, as you said, it's nice until the thing happens. So you just need to check out before the thing happens, right?
You arrive on Paradise Island and there's like security, and you go through, and it either comes up as human or god. And when you walk through, it's like ding ding ding. Oh, you're a god this way, sir. You go through, and it's like
there's gonna be like
sacrifice time. It's like
there's got to be an excellent parody in there somewhere where it's like you genuinely you go, you check in, and it's like lovely, but like off in the distance there's just a bunch of gods raining down thunder and like kids murdering each other on a beach, and you're like, is this all right? And they're like, yeah, come into. It'd be like one of those again like holiday disaster movies. I can't remember the name of it, but like just come into the compound. Infinity Pool, I think was the one it was.
Oh yeah,
think of the movie Infinity Pool, and it's just like just come into the compound. Don't leave the compound. You'll be fine. And it's just
one?
All hell breaks loose outside.
God, that's a fucking. I do like Mia Goth though. I fucking love my Scream Queen Mia Goth.
Honestly, like Infinity Pool is such a messed up movie. Like it's weird,
so fucked
right?
up. Mm-hmm.
It's. I expected it to be messed up, but it was messed up like in like a very different way to what I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's part of that. It's part of that genre of like Eat the Rich kind of films that are going on right now.
It is a very Eat the Rich film.
It's part of that genre, that Parasite spun off. Yeah, Paradise Island would be Paradise Killer would be like, I went to Paradise Island and all I got was a human sacrifice, or like one of those tacky merch,
like really
shops.
Ironic t-shirt. Like, and also, can I just say the t-shirts from those shops are always really thick cotton, even though it's not appropriate for the actual weather of the place you bought them from.
Yes.
True.
And I've never got to the bottom of that.
And it's like all sticky. Sometimes the ironed on logo is like really
that's
sticky.
Such like a 90s memory of like a Bart Simpson t-shirt I like had.
Right?
Like, so
and then you
sticky.
fold it up in your suitcase, but then when you unfold it, it goes like, it sticks together as you
and it's like mirrored.
Yeah, it's like, oh god.
Yeah.
So funny.
Oh god.
Right. I think I just have one more that I think is a holiday type that we haven't hit yet that I want to mention. I've just written down Thimbleweed Park because I love in Thimbleweed Park
I'm triggered.
I know. It's okay. It's not. I live in Thimbleweed Park, and there is like this convention. Like the joke is, there's like a geek culture convention going on in the hotel during part of the game, and it just has that vibe of when you go to like quite a small, out of the way town for a very specific convention, and then you've got to like try and find stuff to do around the convention. And like honestly, my hometown, which is like kind of, it's not very well known, has occasionally like hosted conventions, and you just see people wandering around like so confused trying to work out like what the hell you do. And it's like this is it. This is like it. And I really enjoyed that about Thimbleweed Park. But also the fact that they do have like this like giant luxury hotel, which, spoiler, my hometown does not have a giant like 15-story luxury hotel just in the middle of a forest or whatever, middle of nowhere.
It's a good one.
But yeah, I really it brought back a lot of memories, both of being the person who's gone to somewhere quite obscure and made their own fun around a convention, and as someone who's just been like, there's a lot of tourists in a town that's not really accommodating of tourists all of a sudden. So yeah, I think that was my last one.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a good one. The Thimbleweed Park, the local creepy clown man.
I mean, the thing is, right, once you've done the convention, the circus is kind of the other thing that you're probably going to catch your eye, right? And then you go and it's just a really bad time.
It's too muddy. It's just like all the workers are teenagers who are working there for the summer in between school.
He's not an evil clown. He's probably the least supernatural character in the entire thing. He's just a dick, and it's still just the
he's such an asshole.
Oh dear.
Did you guys have any fantasy places, or places that were more, I know we said Paradise Killer, but like anything else that was a bit more fantastical on your list? Because I have one.
Ooh, I would like to hear it.
Other than Paradise Killer, no. What's yours?
Yeah, because I was like looking through mine and I was like, I want somewhere a bit more fantastical. So I chose the Fantasyland from Book of Travels, which is Might and Delight's MMORPG, which is still, I'm guessing, in early access or in beta or something. It's the one where it's kind of a new take on MMOs, where you pick an occupation, but like the occupations are like tea brewer or herbalist or wanderer, and you kind of explore or like kind of wander around this very quaint landscape that's very much like rolling hills and small towns. And you like, instead of having missions where you have to like, I don't know, ransack loot from a cave or something, it's like, oh, in this cave you need to go in and make friends with a ghost if you have the skills to like talk to spirits and stuff. And it's quite spiritual in that way. And there's like, you can just be someone who's like really into knots. There's like this whole knot system of like tying knots, and then when you undo a knot, it has a magical burst of energy, and you can like do spells and stuff. Like, I don't know what's happened with the game. They announced it years ago, and I'm not sure what's happened, what the state of it is. But when I first played the cup, like quite early on, it was really lovely, and like that fantasy world is the one which I would want to go on holiday. None of this, I don't know, classical, traditional fantasy. I like this very quieter, more reflective take on fantasy genre. So I really wonder where they're at with that. I have not heard anything for a while.
Got an update yesterday.
Oh, okay. So they're very much still on that then.
It looks like they're reworking the combat system from what it looks like.
Oh, so there is some light combat. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a very positive review of reviews on Steam. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I've never ever heard of this, Rachel, but it looks really nice.
Oh, I love Might and Delight. That's the thing. They went from like making really devastating animal games to this new shelter games. Yeah, to this very delightful RPG, and hopefully. I'm glad to hear they're still working on it, but I think that's my kind of fantasy. I just want to wander around, maybe talk to a shepherd about getting some tea, sitting by a campfire with an old lady who's telling me about, I don't know, weaving or some shit. Like, that sounds cool. I want to do that.
Sounds like a lovely holiday, right? Yeah,
it does sound nice.
Sounds like Wales. I was like, am I describing Wales right now? I just want to go on a holiday within Wales, but
within your own country.
Hey, some of the nicest holidays I had have been in Wales. Wales is lovely to go.
Lush.
Yeah,
Wales
I had a lovely
great.
holiday in Wales.
Yeah, I've been to Betsy Coed. That's beautiful there. I've been like 3 times. It's lovely.
Oh, is that like North Wales? Where's that in Wales?
Oh, I think it's North Wales. I'm so bad.
North Wales is...
I've only been there 3 times. Like, geez.
Yeah, I'm from Wales. I don't recognise half the fucking places people tell me. They're like, "Oh, have you been here?" I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, it must be North Wales. It must be North Wales. Last time we went there, we went to Rill. So yeah.
Oh yeah, because they're like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Cardiff." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay." Like the readers, like they know what's up. I'm like, please, I am Welsh and I'm from Cardiff.
Is it
still
like
counts?
Do you get the sort of like, oh, so not Welsh?
Yes, it's very like, oh, okay, that kind of Welsh. I'm like, sorry,
that's harsh.
I don't speak the language. But yeah, so that was my fantasy destination.
Total aside, but my IP address pings from Powys, and so I keep getting YouTube ads in Welsh, and I'm like, look, it's a nice try. It's a nice attempt, but like, I don't understand what's going on. So.
Good, I like that. Adverts have no effects. That's good.
Yeah, that's true. It's just quite pleasant, and I don't really know what's going on, which is how ads should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like that's a nice, pleasant conclusion to that section. I was like, oh, I'm worried that we won't have much to talk about. We've gone for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But we do still have, I think, time, if you will entertain us, for a classic Liam quiz. I genuinely don't know what happens at this point. I hand over the control of the episode to Liam. Who volunteered for this? Like,
I know, and I also like you've had a really good excuse as to why. And by the way, smash this episode, Rebecca. Considering you didn't write anything for it, you've absolutely nailed it.
Thank you.
But unlike you, I don't have a bunch of life events that I've had to focus on instead of this. I've had 2 weeks to do this, and I've wrote this today.
That's cool. That's the best way.
So I wrote like an intro. When I do it, we'll decide. I'm going to let you two decide. But what I've done is I've done a quiz where I'm going to read out user reviews for indie games, and you're going to guess what the game is. It's going to be a competition between the two of you. What will you win? Who knows? I'll decide on the spot when whoever wins. You get a point for guessing the game, and you get a point for guessing whether it was a positive review or a negative review. I've taken them from Steam, and I've taken them from Metacritic. Listeners might think, isn't that what a certain podcast that used to be ran by a place we used to work used to do? That podcast doesn't exist, so it doesn't matter. Also, it's sort of from a feature from an old podcast called BitSocket, which I used to love, but that also doesn't exist anymore. So I think it's free reign.
I think it's been done in a few places, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it's not an original idea.
I think we're good. I think
we're fine. Yeah,
it's honestly the first time I've ever heard of this concept.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm so pumped.
You're so pumped. So we can either dive straight in, or I can read out this like overly long intro I wrote in a character voice that has nothing to do with the actual quote. Right, okay. Fucking hell. Here we are. I add the character actor Liam Richardson tag on the website post for this one.
Nice.
What voice am I even doing for this? I will roll with it. Okay. Someone's come in to take over this section. Time for me to sit back and hand the microphone over. Here you go, sir. Hello. All right, let's go with this. I'm Charles Chips, famous restaurateur, entrepreneur, and indie game lover. You may know me from a string of indie game themed eateries, diners, and hole-in-the-walls that have shocked, delighted, and tickled the fancies of food likers both at home and abroad, as frequently as they've been shuttered by the banks, courts, and health inspectors of this most united kingdom. Perhaps you frequented my charming lo-fi brunch and hotel in Swansea, Jonathan Blow's Braid and Breakfast, that was closed down. That was closed down after a dubious response to the COVID-19 lockdowns. Or maybe you enjoyed Phil Fisher's Phil and Fish, brackets Fez, a great chippy that did some mad shit with batter that was closed after customers kept begging the chef for seconds. No, wait, hold on. I know who you two are. You were always slurping down hot cube-shaped dinners at the Neither have you ever had a meal as nice or as hot as this, you huge creeper. My most popular restaurant that was acquired by the company that makes plates and has since gone on to experience untold success while I sit in my billion-dollar mansion and have weird opinions. My wife recently left me for my brother, who is physically stronger than me and eats bees for a living. So I am very sad. I have written a quiz about indie game reviews, which I have given to young William to read out. Watching two people do a quiz is an activity I like to do when I'm sad. I regret this bit, and I think it seems very evident that I wrote this at 2 p.m. this afternoon. Anyway, here's the quiz. I'll be in the corner with my eyes shut, having a listen. Cheers. Right, that wasn't worth it, was it?
Oh, it was nice to meet him.
Charles Chips, another classic Liam character. Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
I genuinely need a sip of
that
water
took a lot of
that.
oxygen. Oh my god.
I was only listening to it. It's like,
Oh.
That didn't kill me as much as Big John the Baby did when I was dying of COVID, but it was close.
oh, Big John the baby.
Big John the
Right.
baby.
So, question 1. Remember, you have to guess the game,
Okay.
Right.
and you have to guess whether it was a positive or negative review. So,
Okay.
question 1. Thanks for the recommendation, Soldier Boy.
Oh. Is
Mm.
this braid? Is this braid?
It is indeed.
Yeah.
1 point to Rachel.
Wait, what's the second part we have to do? We have to guess the game and sorry, the rules.
I genuinely
Positive or
that's-
negative?
It's funnier if it's negative.
Yeah,
surely.
negative. I'm gonna say negative.
I'm afraid it was positive. Okay, next. I'm shocked. Graphics are prehistoric and the 2D sprites are okay at best. Sounds and music are very basic and have MIDI quality. Characters are bland and lack personality. The gameplay mechanics are boring and repetitive. The combat mechanics is ridiculously uncreative. I felt insulted. Everything is a chore, and due to poor time management mechanics, it's impossible to not be stressed by this game. And if you want to gift those bland NPCs, be prepared for more stressful time trying to catch them. And about the story, well, I'm afraid I can't really complete a review, because after the first year, I stopped playing and deleted this game.
I mean,
This is Stardew.
it's definitely Stardew. And I'm
yeah.
going to say...
I'm gonna say.
I'll give you
it's gonna
both a
be-
point
okay.
for that.
I'm going to say, though, it's a positive review. They've got 400 hours logged.
I think it's a
Okay.
negative review, and yeah, it's got like 400 hours
So-
logged.
This was a Metacritic review,
Uh-huh.
but I will give Rachel the extra point for that because they give it a 0 out of 10.
I'm just going to keep going with the opposite of what I think the vibe of the review is, because eventually I'm going to be right. It's going to be really funny.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, next one. This
Oh
is
my
another
God.
Metacritic one. I'm going to admit to several things that may make enemies for me, but I have to say it.
Oh,
An
God.
amazing premise and soundtrack have been tragically placed into one of the most mechanically barren and off-puttingly designed games I've ever played. This game almost certainly appeals to someone, but that someone is a very specific someone. Someone whose favourite music is Vaporwave, disliked the action sections in LA Noire, and loves JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Shout out.
This is Paradise Killer.
Yeah.
Yep, correct.
Oh my God, and that's
One to
negative.
Rachel.
Negative.
You can shout out during as well, by the way, and I will.
But I want to
will give
hear
you
it
the point.
all.
I know, right?
I'll still finish it. And are we saying positive or negative for that? on Metacritic?
Negative.
Mm.
Negative for both? Okay, I'll give you both a point. It was a 5 out of 10.
Oh, we should have buzzers to buzz in. Oh shit.
I know, I haven't really, surprisingly,
Just destroy
I
your
haven't thought this
microphone
through.
if you know the answer.
Oh my God, just punch the mic.
Yeah, scream.
That's what we usually do when one of us gets excited. Is we just completely ruin the audio.
Or buy an indie game. I mean, you can have buzzers. Maybe
No,
like
no,
Rachel,
it's
you could do a
fine.
quack. Or...
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Right, next one. This is a Steam review. It simply says, I wish the internet was real.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Hypnospace.
Yeah.
Yep, well done.
I was gonna have a hypnospace in there.
And for a bonus
yeah.
point, always positive or negative.
Positive. Surely
Positive.
positive.
Positive. Come on.
You both get a point there.
Yay!
So far, I mean, I'm not doing this right, but so far, Rachel, you have 7, Rebecca, you have 3. The other one I was going to go for Hypnospace was, finally, I can be what I've always wanted, a Reddit mod.
Oh my God. That's so fucking funny.
That's good, isn't it?
That's a good one.
That's incredible.
Okay. Next one. This is a Metacritic review. User reviews, I want to say. None of these are by our peers. Tried around an hour of the game and I couldn't get used to the controls. I feel in order to make up for the poor aiming, they give a ton of bullets available for the player, and then to balance that, they added respawning enemies. I feel like the gameplay could have been flushed out better from the beginning by giving the option for an auto-aim or nuanced difficulty setting to make it more fun. The atmosphere and puzzle design was great, just not enough for me to keep playing, given the wonky controls and in-your-face tutorial.
I think it's got to be Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, no.
So, wonky controls.
Oh, genuinely, what is it?
Should I read out the bits that are clues?
Yeah, was it a shooter? Was it a shooter?
Poor aiming and ton of bullets.
Poor aiming.
Atmosphere and puzzle design were great. It's a recent one.
Like a really recent one.
Is it Crow Country? Is it?
Yeah. It is Crow Country.
I was going to say.
Point
what
for
the
Rebecca.
fuck?
So it was kind of Untitled Goose Game. They're both named after birds.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you a point for that. I won't give you a point for that.
If Untitled Goose Game had guns.
I was just like, I have like, my sense of humor is very much just going off on it. Like, actually, we've done this at work before. We have done this whole thing where a joke we love at VG is to review a game as if it was in a completely different genre and you're completely disappointed by it.
Oh, that's funny.
So
I like that.
It's just so my sense of humor. And I'm like, please let someone have just said this about Untitled Goose Game. It would make my day.
Yeah, no guns. 0.
Yeah, it's like, oh God, I really just, like, the post-game matchmaking is terrible. And it's like, you know.
You can't even date anyone.
Yeah, it's like a heartfelt visual novel about feelings that lasts 4 hours. And it's like, if you ever try to actually find someone to play a match with, it's impossible.
So, do we think that Crow Country review was positive or negative?
Negative, surely.
Yeah, it's got to be negative.
You're both wrong. That was a 6.
What
which I'll count in this instance as positive.
God damn. There was not one good thing they said. Was atmosphere. Nope. They did say
atmosphere
the atmosphere.
And puzzles, I guess. Yep.
Well, I mean, that is basically a lot of the game, I guess.
True, yeah.
Fair enough.
Next up, we have a Steam review. Yes. Best game. I love when snake women are mean to me.
Oh, that could be Monster Prom, legit.
It is Monster Prom.
I was gonna say, Rebecca straight in.
I was about to say she's still my Steam avatar, so I was like, mean snake woman.
She is, yeah.
My waifu.
And do we think positive or negative?
That's got positive, surely.
Yeah, you both get a point for that.
Yeah, imagine if it was negative. That'd be so funny.
Oh, Rebecca is on 6. Rachel is on 8. She's catching up.
Oh.
I got serious about it when I realized I couldn't coast.
What's the problem? Activated, brain activated.
Yeah, it's like school all over again. That's not what I was
Next one. Steam review.
Yeah.
I had this game sitting on my wish list for a while, but finally pulled the trigger thanks to a recommendation from the Indieventure podcast. Super glad I did, because I've had a great time playing this game. Great little animations, and the sound effects as you hack, snip, and trap all your various ingredients are a delight.
Oh.
I didn't. So this one, I mean, shout out if you know the answer.
That's
nice. One recommended on this podcast.
I'm sure that I've actually seen this one, and it's so nice. And I feel really bad that I'm blanking on the game now.
Yeah, I've got a Google alert for when people mention the podcast.
Oh, that's so nice. That's a much smarter way of using your Google alerts than how I use mine. Anyway,
no idea.
No idea.
Hack, snip.
Should I try and narrow it down? Give you a guess.
Ingredients, you say?
Rachel spoke about this on our autumnal episode, I believe.
Oh, is it?
God, I speak a lot about a lot of fucking games.
What's it called? I think I can picture it, but I can't remember the name. Ugh.
A few more seconds.
I'm not going to cheat and go to the website.
It begins with a W.
I know it does. Witchwood.
Yes, Witchwood. Well done.
Oh, and that fucking better be positive.
It is positive. Point for both.
Can you imagine?
I can't even remember the fucking games I've talked about on this fucking podcast.
I need to make a page on the website that's just a list of all the games, and I want to put a counter at the top that just says how many games we've spoken about, because it's already in the hundreds. So.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Hey, we are well. What's the gaming equivalent of well read? Like, should be a
well
thing.
Played?
We're well versed gamers, I guess, is the best you can do.
Well played. Oh, yeah.
Between the three of us, we got a lot covered, I think.
Yeah, damn right we do. Okay, next. If you like fish, seas, and roguelike, go on Dave the Diver. Blank is badder on every point. Story, possibilities, gameplay. This is a
Dredge?
Dredge it is.
God, that's mean. That's nasty.
That is mean, isn't it?
That's a nasty review.
It's very nasty.
Oh my God.
I feel like because these are so close now, on a Metacritic one, I'm not going to accept positive or negative. I want you to guess the score.
Okay.
2, I think.
Okay. You're saying 2?
I'll say 10.
Okay, both wrong. It was a 4.
Oh!
Okay.
Rebecca was closer.
You were?
Oh man, I just wonder how that person felt when they did the crossover.
Oof, nasty.
Yeah, good point. I think that review was from before the crossover.
Like,
no! My review on Metacritic.
Right, another Metacritic one.
Oh,
This
God.
is a very aesthetic, unexpected, and exciting work, the gameplay of which simply has no analogues, and the plot can be compared with the very confident work of world art house specialists.
World Art House Specialists. Compelling work.
Oh,
Aesthetic, unexpected, and exciting.
Exciting. Who?
is this going to be something that's going to make us really upset when we find out what it is? Is it immortality?
It is immortality.
You have that point, Rebecca.
And
nasty game.
would you like to guess what score they give it?
Oh,
It's
not
Metacritic.
100.
Oh, it's going to be a 10 or no, wait, what does the Metacritic go up to? Yeah.
10.
10.
Oh, is it 10? Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. 10.
You think 10? You both think 10?
It's going to be a 10, isn't it? When you
It
say
was a 9.
Really? Really? What?
It was.
Okay, just like thoughts on immortality aside though. What is your criteria for a 10 if that's a 9?
True.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sure it's got like I know people who like immortality and they make some good points. But it's just a bit.
Do they?
I honestly, we can have. There are some really cool aspects of immortality. Like when I was first playing that game, I was like, this game is amazing. Like I love where this is going. And then I played the rest, and I was like, okay,
Yeah. It's like I haven't played all of it. I've seen a lot of stuff around it. So like, you know, obviously my opinion does not hold the weight of someone who's played all of it, but it just does have a bit of like a, oh, this is really cool, and then
yeah.
kind
Alice
of.
Bell's review for RPS is so accurate to my own feelings.
Yeah.
So if you want to know what we're kind of talking about, then just read that review.
Yeah.
I think she really
Yeah,
counted out.
actually, to be fair, there's nothing I could say that Alice didn't already say very eloquently at the time. Yeah.
She absolutely smashed that.
Yep.
Next one, a Steam review, Average Day in Italy.
This is Mediterranean Inferno.
Oh, it's not, but that's a good guess.
Oh,
shit. Okay.
That would have been a good one.
Wait.
In Italy.
In Italy.
Yeah.
What games are set in Italy?
Ratatouille the game.
Oh, what is wait a minute, what is an average day in Italy like? What is
that on Steam?
I don't know if it's even a thing.
I mean, there must be, to be fair. It's from
there's
that
a
era,
game, yeah.
right, when everything had to have a tie-in game.
GBA.
Italy.
It's not on Steam.
Average day in Italy.
Yeah.
Pasta.
Pasta the game.
Close.
Is it pasta the game?
Oh, you're so close.
Pasta.
What is this?
Wrong food, but you're right, nearly there.
Baguette. Oh, that's France. Garlic bread. Is that?
Garlic
olives. Something about olives.
Italian food is the first word of the game name.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Pizza Tower.
Pizza possum.
Yeah, Pizza Tower. Oh, you're a neck and neck. Was that positive or negative?
Positive?
Positive, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. You're both
people
on 11.
fucking love Pizza Tower.
They do.
Also,
I'm people.
I don't know. I feel like that's more a review of Italy than a review of Pizza Tower, but like.
Peppino's
Last
pizza.
one.
Okay.
This is the last one.
Tense.
The game is weird in both good ways and bad ways, and it's a lot to take in. It's practically duality personified. That was a weird sentence to read out. In a lot of senses, it's made its own genre of a 3D visual novel, where it's not quite a walking simulator, but also not quite a narrative game that sometimes has puzzles a la Life is Strange. It's just narrative only and in 3D with occasional reminders that it's a game that's not into cutscenes. The story itself is awful and a slog to endure, but is also really well told, presented, voiced, and expressed.
Oh. I thought it might be Kentucky Route Zero, is it not? Voiced.
It's not.
Is it? And I'm not sure about this, and it feels like a really cursed thing to bring up if it's not this. But is it The Suicide of Rachel Foster? Because that really kind of sounds like...
It's not. But, I mean...
A slog that's voice acted.
I mean, that's... Oh, yeah, right. I mean...
Oh, God.
There is more to this. I can read out the rest if you're struggling.
Okay.
It's seriously on the level with old-school Final Fantasy games in terms of scope. The overall look and aesthetic is a violent insult to the eyes, but at the same time has instances of coolness and charm. That being said, it's not worth its time, even if you got it for free. It's hard to say this because the voice acting is great and there are really memorable characters, but by the 5th or 6th chapter, you'll be begging for the credits to roll and you aren't even halfway there.
Oh my
brutal
God!
Review.
I have, you know what? I don't think I would ever describe a game like that ever in my life, so I have no fucking clue what that could be.
And it's based on everything I've heard about this game, including on this podcast recently. I do not think that this is
is it Harold Halibut?
Oh, it's not, but I should have looked at Harold Halibut reviews.
Not Life is Strange.
No, it's not Life is Strange.
God, that would be
recent
fucking
game.
brutal.
It's a very recent game.
Because we talked about that last episode. A lot.
We talked about this game on the Indie Mayhem episode.
1,000 Times Resist?
It is 1,000 Times Resist.
Oh, that is shit.
It is shit.
That is
shit.
Yeah.
It's just not right. To be fair, it's like the only bad review that game has. So we found the one person who doesn't like that game. So, is that positive or negative?
Shocked.
Is it negative? It seems
it must be negative.
Yeah, it's negative. So winning by 1 point is Rebecca with 13 points. Rachel at 12. Well done,
Woo!
Rebecca. You win an outro to this bit in a voice or character of your choice.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Charles Chips died in his sleep, unfortunately, so another character has to see us out.
I don't know.
There's so many. There's so many, Rebecca.
I've been reminded how long it's been since we've seen Big John the Baby, but like he destroys you.
Don't do it.
Would you like me to unleash Big John?
No. Father Dringus, he's so kind.
Oh yeah. We love Father Dringus.
Like bold. See, not only was it like so narcissistic of me to assume you'd remember my shit characters, but also bold of me to assume that I'll remember how to voice them. Father Dringus. Oh, he was a bit. Hello.
Yeah. Father Dringus is back from the dead? Question mark. I feel like we killed him off.
Yes, Father Dringus Godlyman. Last time we checked in, I was in a liminal space between life and death, somewhere that Rebecca would like to go on holiday. Oh, this hurts. Oh, my voice is...
Oh, no.
Oh, he's dead.
I feel responsible for this, even though I was instructed to do this.
Sorry, I'm very unwell. I have... I don't know. It's hard to think of a disease. That's funny.
Oh my God.
Well done for winning the quiz. As a man of the cloth, 31 years old, I think was the joke. You did really well, and you win. God's love.
I mean, I feel like what I won was like the power of resurrection, which I have bestowed upon Father Dringus at, great personal cost to Liam. But
no, honestly, like it's I actually don't believe in God anymore because where I've been there was nothing. But I appreciate what you've said.
You were just in
nothing
in the darkness of the void.
Just dark.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I work at Valve. Was that? It's not even the same fucking podcast. I don't know why I'm trying to record so hard. But anyway, off I go. All right, bye.
I genuinely can't remember where most of these characters originated.
No, neither can I. When I so a bit of peek behind the curtain. I was going to do this entire bit as David Bowie. Okay. I can't do a David Bowie voice, but can I do David Bowie? I can't. So I was going to do a voice. So earlier I went upstairs to practice the David Bowie voice on Yoli, who was getting ready to do her, real job. Yeah. And she was we've got a little walk-in wardrobe, and she was in the walk-in wardrobe doing her makeup, and I stood in the doorway and just did a David Bowie voice at her, and she was like, "You've trapped me. This is horrible what you're doing to me right now." And I was just like, "Does this work as a voice? Labyrinth David Bowie." Terrible. And then she said, if you can believe this, she said, "Well, why don't you just do a voice off the cuff? Because the joke is that you're so bad at it anyway, so it doesn't matter." And honestly, no lies detected. Right, well, thank you for indulging me.
Thank you for
no problem. Yes,
saving me from having to plan a full podcast at this particular time in my life. I really appreciate you taking half of it.
The energy of this podcast has been superb.
Yeah, I think we've really smashed this one out of the park. I don't mind saying it. I think it's been,
you know fantastic. What? I'm really happy with what we've done here today. I'm really feeling good about it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, great work, everyone.
A really efficient, cohesive, coherent episode.
Oh.
I think when nothing went wrong at any point, it's been great.
Yeah, nothing. We did not have to start recording at any point.
We didn't have to start recording. There were no multiple interruptions by pets suddenly going feral. Yeah. It was just absolutely smooth sailing, as is appropriate for a holiday episode.
Oh.
And if you're on holiday, listen to this episode, you win.
Yeah, right?
You win.
Have a nice time. Win.
Have a lovely time. Email us where you are. contact@indieventurepodcast.co.uk. Let us know where you've listened to this podcast. Is the Steam Lord Green chat the funniest we've ever been? Because it's the most I've ever laughed.
It was so fun. I mean, like I say, it was both of the glasses wearers with the glasses off situation. I cannot think of a better measure than that of what we were doing.
Yes,
absolutely
so
dying.
Funny.
Right.
Oh.
So as ever, we will end with our latest round of hyperfixations, and with the absolutely manic energy that this episode's had, I'm sure that there's going to be some real doozies in the mix. So, Rachel, do you want to go first?
Yes. So mine is the board game / card game Spots, which I bought recently. I've been playing it with Henry, and it is delightful. I love it so much. It's essentially a dice-based card game where you draw very cute dogs out of a deck of cards. Each cartoon dog has a number of spots on it, which look like the side of certain dice. Then you need to roll dice and place those dice on the assigned spots of your very cute doggies. And it is very fun, super charming, very short. It takes maybe half an hour tops. And we've just been having some really good times playing this game. I quite like games that are cute, quick, and involve some sort of interaction with other players, so you're not just focusing on your own shit. And Spots has absolutely just been that for us. It's just such a lovely game. It's quite small as well, so I can just stick it in my bag and take it places if need be. Mine is Spots. I'm having a great time, and I've been playing far too many Next Fest demos. I needed something that wasn't a video game as my hyperfixation. So Spots is mine.
That's so good.
Very quick one.
Mm-hmm. I love
it's very cute.
I know this game actually. I've not played it, but my friend's board gaming channel has featured it, and it's so good.
It's really, really
is there
good.
Is there any chance that if the Indieventure we were meeting up in person,
I'll bring
soon,
Spots.
would you bring it along?
I would absolutely. It's really quick to get the hang of it. It's super easy to understand. There's some cute twists and turns with certain abilities you can choose, and the dogs are so adorable.
They're really cute.
Each card has a different dog on it, so it's not the same printed card, and they all have names as well. And it's just when your favorite card comes up with your favorite dog, it's just really adorable.
Isn't there
so
one
cute.
that's just a cow and one that actually has no spots and all sorts?
Oh, is there?
Yes,
That's so funny.
Or there's one where it's a dog and it's its butt and it's got the one dice on it, so it's a little butthole. It's just really cute. And I mean I've there's kind of a lot of games like this, which very small 30-minute games. This one, I don't know, it just feels different. It feels fun. There's like a really good amount of like competitiveness and like interaction with the players, and like, yeah, it's just a really good short game which you can just like slip into your bag and take to board game meetups or whatever, or your friend's house.
It's like got this nice mix between sort of like party game and actual tabletop, like some element of like strategy. And, you know, because I kind of when like the idea of like a party game really puts me off. If someone is like, oh, let's play a party game, I'm like, absolutely not, because Cards of Humanity has done such irreparable damage to my soul that whenever someone's like, oh, I've got a really good party game to bring out, I'm like, absolutely not. But that's a really good way of describing it. This is like a bit of a in-between where it's easy to pick up, but also... And rolling dice is fun, and in this you get to roll multiple dice. And at one point you have to roll 8 dice at once, and I'm like, oh, powerful rolls. Nice.
And like placing the dice on your card feels satisfying. It just feels good to play. So yeah, minus spots. It's kind of sold out everywhere. I had to literally... It sold out of Waterstones, but they had it in the Cardiff branch, so I had to reserve my copy and go into town and buy it there. Like, there's not a lot of places where you can get it. I think it's quite popular, but you know,
I can't find it anywhere.
Definitely recommend for sure. Spots by I don't know the game designer. Let me have a quick look. 1 second. It might be a debut. Alex Haig, John Perry, Justin Vickers. So it's not like a studio or a board game collective. It's these 3 people. But yeah, that's my hyperfixation.
Amazing.
That's such a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get that. I can't find it anywhere online, but
yeah, it's really annoying to get. I was very happy that
so
they
good
had
that
one in Cardiff.
So good.
Yeah, well done.
Who's next then?
Liam, do you want to go next?
Yeah.
I'm trash, and I'm just gonna accept and acknowledge that my hyperfixation is Destiny 2.
Ooh.
Boo.
Yeah.
So for the past like 3 months, about 3 months ago, Ed, good friend Ed, friend of the podcast Ed, he messaged me and he was like, hey, Destiny 2's had like an arena, like wave-based horde mode. And I was like, oh, right, that's cool. He's like, yeah. Be like funny, wouldn't it? It'd be like really sad and lame if we played Destiny 2 again, unless. And I was like, yeah, we'd never dare do that again, unless. And then like every week since then, Ed and I have played Destiny 2 like for 5 hours. It's just been the absolute best time. We finished every single campaign. We prepared for the upcoming expansion. I had to make a spreadsheet because Destiny 2 is just so incomprehensible.
Oh my God.
But they released the new update or the expansion last week called The Final Shape, and it's actually really good. It's a really fun first-person shooter like campaign. We've been loving running through it. The new location is really interesting. It sort of has like Annihilation vibes in that it's this like twisted natural landscape. Both of you looked up there, activated. But you should just look at screenshots of what the new biome looks like. Don't play Destiny 2. I'm not recommending you play Destiny 2, but if you look at some screenshots of it, it's a really like cool, like they've got all these old locations and they've like twisted in like human anatomy. So like there's like bridges that are held up by human hands and like faces in the mountains, and
creepy.
It's a really beautiful looking thing. I don't know what the story is. We skip all the cutscenes and then complain about not knowing what's going on. But yeah, honestly, Destiny 2, just a great like third space in terms of just hanging out with a friend online. Ed and I are absolute sickos for it. And yeah, it's good. I'll probably play like 100 hours of it this year, and I'm not proud of that.
We've all got our thing. We've all got our star rail. I guess yours is Destiny 2. Or is it Fortnite?
At the moment, it's not Fortnite anymore. I gave up on Fortnite when they announced that like deal with Disney. I just uninstalled it. I was like, you know what, I'm done.
Or is it like
just push me over the edge.
Scales fell from your eyes and you were like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, I'm investing in Tim Sweeney's metaverse, and that sentence makes me want to die. So no thank you, Fortnite. Ta-ra.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Right.
Go on, Rebecca, what's yours?
My computer is shouting at me because I only have 18 minutes of disk space left, so I'm going to
Oh my God!
Even more than usual.
Let's get chatting.
Let's get going. So yeah, I mean, busy life events. I've basically not played any video games or read any books or done anything except plan the next several weeks to several years of my life over the past, well, since we last recorded. But it's okay, because Square Enix have got my back because they announced a new Life is Strange game at the Xbox Showcase this weekend. So of course, like, I can't do anything, but I can think about how nice it's going to be once my house move is over and various other things are over, and it's October the 29th, and I get to play the next Life is Strange game, which is called Double Exposure. It is the 5th main game in the series. It is unexpectedly a direct sequel to the original. I'm interested to see how they make that work, considering that very much the point of the original was that it ended on a very binary and very distinct choice. But I think, I've not only played all these games multiple times, but I've read the comics and the novels and just generally engaged with the like wider universe of it for a number of years now. And there are a number of options I think that they could take. I am never not excited for more Life is Strange, even though this isn't what I expected or necessarily what I would have hoped for from the next game. But, it's like, it's cool. I'm not making these games. I'm here to see what the creators want to make of it. It's really, I thought if there was one thing they would never do, it was a direct sequel to the first game. And so I'm really on board to see where this goes. I've volunteered to cover it from work, but I'm probably also going to pre-order the ridiculously expensive like deluxe edition, because yes. Just how often do you get a new game in your favorite franchise these days? Like, honestly, not very often. Like, I treat myself to all of the outfit packs. Like, it's just ridiculous, the DLC for this. I'm just going to go all in.
I'm looking at it now.
I want that cat side quest badly enough that I will go in for the 16 outfit packs that I don't need. I'm genuinely really down for it and to see what they do next, because I think one of the things that I like about Life is Strange is every game has like zigzagged wildly from what I thought the next game would be based on what came before, and they've done it again. And like, minimum, it's going to be an enjoyable time, even if it's not like my favorite game, and you never know, it could end up being. Like, I have enough faith in these teams that it really could be. It might also just be like, yeah, that was all right, and that's fine too. I'll still have a great time.
Yeah.
That's a nice way of looking at it.
I think it looks great. I'm so excited about it. I think it looks awesome.
It's going to be...
Looks very glossy.
It does. It does. I mean,
really nice.
I love Max.
Right? It's weird, because like, real talk, Max is my least favourite Life is Strange protagonist. And it's because I identified with her really strongly in the first game. But then as you got more into like the franchise having a lot of like fandom and a lot of like extended lore, I felt like it really lost the way of the character she was meant to be originally. So I'm like interested to see if this, for me, kind of gets her back on track as more of a, like, less of a sort of like messianic and like angelic figure, and more of a actually kind of messy and complicated and not always doing the right thing character. So yeah, I mean, like, would I be more buzzing right now if they'd announced like another anthology style, like new cast continuation? Like, maybe a little bit. But also, I'm just like really down to see what happens. Obviously, like, we're not getting a new Ace Attorney anytime soon. We're probably never getting a new Danganronpa. This is all I'll get. Like, this is all I'm getting. Except for like The Sims 5 and maybe Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, if either of those ever happen. But, realistically, if I just want sequels, good sequels, this is my moment.
I'm so happy for you. I was watching, I wasn't really watching the Xbox show, but I was sort of like, I kept tuning in when my flight was delayed on Sunday in Bristol Airport. And it was in black and white and I didn't have the sound on. And I just knew this was Life was Strange just from like the powers. And I immediately went to message the Discord and was just like, can someone check on Rebecca? Like,
it was
really
very
excited for you.
Yeah, I did know it was coming. My insider info from the industry meant I knew a new Life is Strange was coming, but I didn't know.
Oh, did
what
you?
It was going to be.
To be fair, this actually got leaked about 5 months ago, but no one believed it because they were like, "Yeah, right, you're doing a direct sequel to the first game." Like,
oh, interesting.
So like, someone just leaked it and no one believed it, which is really funny.
That is very funny.
It is quite funny. But yeah, I'm like I say, I'm always down. And in a way, I'm kind of glad that they're returning to like a character and a storyline that I've kind of had like the shine taken off for me, because I'm like, this could like reignite my love for the original a bit more as well, which would be fantastic. So
yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's us, and with my computer rapidly approaching the point where it just melts down, presumably. We should probably call it for this episode. But yeah, it's been fantastic as ever. Thank you both so much for being my friends and doing this silly podcast with me, and especially doing it like in the middle of the night, not long after we did the last one, to fit around my mad schedule.
No problem,
my
babes.
pleasure.
Hopefully it'll be a bit more normal next time. And yeah, thank you. Well, a bit more normal time-wise. But yeah, thanks everyone as ever for listening. And I always forget that we don't have to say the outro now, because we've actually just recorded one. So yeah, just catch you in the next one, I guess. And goodbye for now.
Bye! Indieventure is a video games podcast created, produced, hosted, and edited by Rachel Watts, Rebecca Jones, and me, Liam Richardson. For more information, including a list of every game we mentioned in this episode, make sure to check out our website, indieventurepodcast.co.uk. You can get in touch by sending your questions, comments, and feedback to contact@indieventurepodcast.co.uk. You can support the show by rating us 5 stars and leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or your preferred podcast provider of choice. Some of the games we talk about on the show may have been provided to us for free for review consideration. Our intro music and stings were composed for us by Ollie Newbury. Check the episode description to hear more of his excellent tunes. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks for another episode of Indieventure. Bye for now.